welcome back to Alice Talks Football, and today's video is 5 things to expect versus Brighton. Manchester United play Brighton in the Premier League in 2 days' time, and you guys seem to like my 5 things to expect series, so this is 5 things I expect to see in the game, from sort of how we're going to play, who's going to start, things we need to look out for, what Brighton might do, and all of that. And to be honest, I've been on the right lines with most of my expectations so far. I got the Sheffield United predicted lineup completely right. I said that the Norwich game would not be as easy as the Sheffield United game. I could see it being a close game. I got that right. And I also said the first goal in the Tottenham game would be very important, and I got that right. So you know what, I'm doing quite well with this series so far. And this is my 5 things to expect versus Brighton. Also, I will be doing a transfer update video tomorrow. I've been lacking on the transfer news lately, but I'm trying to keep my channel 50% transfer news updates, 50% talking about Manchester United and the games, but it's been a bit more about Manchester United and the games lately, so sorry, I have been slacking a bit. But let's get straight into the video. Hit that like button, subscribe down below, share this video. 5 things to expect versus Brighton. Now, I expect to see attacking football from Ollie. We played more counter-attacking football against Norwich, as we could see. We did have a reduced lineup, but it was more counter-attacking football. But when we played Sheffield United, we played attacking football. Now, Brighton, in fairness to them, you know, Graham Potter, he does play quite a nice brand of football. However, when it's this far into the season, when Brighton need points, obviously they got 3 against Arsenal, and they're left of relegation threat, I still think that Brighton will be parking the bus and going for the point. When they came to Old Trafford, they came and attacked us, and it just went all wrong, and I can see Brighton coming to Manchester United, parking the bus and playing for a point. And that's why I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to play free-flow attacking football again. Like we did against Sheffield United, we played attacking football with Matic, we had Pogba, then we had Bruno, and it was quick, one-touch, free-flowing attacking football. I think we're going to play that style again, because I think for all the remaining games we might as well play attacking football rather than sit back and counter-attacking football, because every team other than Leicester that we've got to play left is basically going to come and go for the point and park the bus. Like, every team we have to play from now on until Leicester is going to park the bus against us. So I do expect to see Ollie play attacking football rather than sit back and counter-attack like he did against Norwich. I expect us to play like we played against Sheffield United. My second prediction is that we're going to have a strong lineup. Obviously, Norwich was an FA Cup game, we had to rotate. It was a weaker lineup, and then unfortunately, because we didn't take the lead, we had to put our strongest players on against Norwich, which meant they didn't really get a proper rest. But I do think we're going to play our strongest lineup against Brighton. Now, I believe our strongest lineup was the team that played against Sheffield United. My predicted lineup is to see Greenwood, Rashford, Martial, Matic, Pogba, Bruno, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Luke Shaw and David De Gea. That is my predicted lineup. I could maybe see James, as he was rested completely against Norwich and Brighton. They do actually give you space, and maybe James would be better than Greenwood. But I am going to go with Greenwood just because he's been more impressive since football has returned. But I could maybe see James in there. But that is my predicted lineup, and I think this lineup here will be our lineup unless someone gets injured really for the rest of the season in terms of our strongest lineup. I feel like we've kind of found our strongest lineup. I love McTominay and Fred, but I think Matic gives the most balance when you're playing Pogba and Bruno, because Matic is a lot more defensive, whereas Fred and McTominay are more box-to-box than CDMs. But I think that is our strongest lineup, and I think that's the lineup we're going to play. The third thing that we need to look out for, and that I expect to see, is Brighton take advantage of set pieces. Brighton are going to come, like, they play nice football, but I can see them parking the bus. But they're very tall, they've got dunk. I can see Brighton going to the set pieces, going to try and nick a goal off a corner or nick a goal off a free kick, and I think that Manchester United will probably try not to give away key fouls. If it doesn't have to be a corner, they won't. I think Manchester United are going to look out for Brighton and try and not give them any set pieces, you know, because that's what exactly I think they're going to do. They're going to come here, park the bus, try and get a jamming goal for set piece, and I think that Manchester United will need to watch out for set pieces with Brighton. I think if they score, it's most likely to be from a set piece, so I think that's something we need to watch out for. 4. Now, I expect to see goals in this game. I expect to see goals from Manchester United, and I expect to see goals from Martial and Rashford. Now, Martial, in great scoring form, just scored a hat-trick. He looks on it. Martial looks like he's going to score every game, okay? Rashford, you know, everything's been right about his game. His runs, his movements, his assists, his passing, but his shooting hasn't. He has not got his shooting boots on yet. He's been a bit rusty. He's been out longer than everyone else. He had a back injury. but I think this is the game where Rashford's going to put his shooting boots on and he's going to get that goal and just get them back in momentum. You know, Martial was really trying hard to lay Rashford off, and I think especially if we get the first goal, because then the game will play into our hands, I can see Rashford scoring a goal. I can see Bruno or Martial trying to set him up, and I can see Rashford and Martial both scoring and both getting on the score sheets. I know this is like a long shot to predict because, you know, you're predicting scores, but I predict us to score more than 2 goals, okay? I don't think we're going to win 1-0. I don't think it's going to be a 1-0 draw or 2-1 win to Brighton. I think we're going to score 2 goals and keep a clean sheet. My prediction is a 2-0 win to Manchester United. Now, the fifth and final thing I expect is obviously for Manchester United to get 5 points, but I think, again, the first goal is going to be really important, because if Brighton score first, they can full on park the bus and they have something to play for. And we do struggle when the opposition scores first. There's been very few games this season, as I mentioned in my 5 things to expect versus Spurs, there's been very few games this season where we've conceded first and then gone on to win. Obviously there was the Newcastle game which we went on to win, but as soon as we concede first and teams defend deep, that's when we look vulnerable, that's when we look at our worst. Obviously with Bruno and Pogba together, it's going to be easier to like break down teams and stuff, as we've seen. You know, Pogba has a massive impact, but I do think, you know, we need to score the first goal. I think that will be important. I think if we score the first goal, we'll 100% win, but if Brighton score the first goal, we could maybe get a draw, but I do expect the 3 points. You know, we have not lost yet. We're on a great run of form. Yeah, we weren't brilliant against Norwich, but we're amazing against Sheffield United, and I expect Manchester United to get the 3 points versus Brighton. Now, let me know anything in the comment section down below that you expect to see versus Brighton. What is your predicted scoreline versus Brighton? I think I'm going to go 2-0 to Manchester United. What's your prediction? Let me know in the comment section down below. Anyway, are you looking forward to the game? Thank you for watching, and if you have not already, please smash that like button, subscribe down below to Alice Talks Football, share this video. I'll see you tomorrow with a big transfer update. Daily Manchester United content. Thank you for watching. See you next time.